stream in a while. But this is the Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2022 that I collected a couple months ago, I think, about 6 weeks ago at this point. And it is doing very, very well. It now has a lot of parts on it from our good friend, Miami Manny at Moto Million, and I'm going to reveal this sucker to everyone this Saturday in 2 days at Kissell Motorsports in Tyrone, Pennsylvania at 11 o'clock in the morning. Let's go! Hold my something. Yeah, he's the first person to comment. But, hey there, Ryo. Hi there, Bobby. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. So I'm going to be taking the Aprilia RSV4 Factory, the beautiful 2022 Ultra Dark with its gorgeous gold wheels. This bike is no longer stock, as you can, well, I'm not going to get too close. You can probably see that here, I'll tell you what you can see. The stock exhaust is no longer on the machine. It's right here in a box. So this is the stock exhaust for my Aprilia RSV4. This is a dirty rag that I left on the ground. So the bike has all sorts of beautiful custom parts from Miami Manny at Moto Million, and I'm going to show everyone how this thing looks in 2 days on Saturday. Everyone will get to see that, and I think it'll be absolutely epic. The big brother to the M1000RR is the R1250 GS Adventure. Dream bigger moto. Hey Eve, you're a huge motivation and inspiration for me, and that's why I started my channel. Well, congratulations on starting your channel, my friend. I'm sure it's going to work out great. Why don't I buy an H2R? Everybody asked that question. That's a good question. Because the H2R has the exact same engine that's in the Kawasaki Ninja H2 that I own. It's just tuned for more power. It makes 275 horsepower at the wheel. It's advertised to make 300 horsepower at the crank. But when you get those bikes, the H2Rs, and you put them on the dyno, they make 275 horsepower at the wheel. Okay? My H2, now that it's tuned and has the crazy engine and all that stuff, it now makes 352 horsepower using this fuel that I have over here in the corner. MRX02 racing fuel right there. Okay? So when you use this fuel, my H2 makes 352 horsepower. It makes around 315 through 320 horsepower at the wheel using pump fuel. So we don't really want to, we don't care about the Ninja H2R because we have tuned our H2s to make more power. Also, the H2R is not legal, street legal in the United States. It's kind of like my R1M at this point. It does not have headlights, horn, tail lights, but more importantly than that, because we can always put headlights and tail lights on a bike, it has a special VIN number, vehicle identification number, which is what we use in the United States to get license plates for your bikes. Since that bike does not have a VIN number that you can get license plates for, you pretty much cannot ride the H2R on the streets legally. Now, some people have done trickery and all sorts of things to get their H2Rs ridden on the streets. I'm not about that. Don't need to do it. And my H2 makes more power. So there is the long response to your question. Let's see. Next bike, V4 SP2. Yeah, where's the 1199R? Still your favorite bike. It's at Ducati Cleveland. They are installing a set of Litec rear sets, identical to these that Miami Manny just sent me, because Miami Manny wants the 1199R to have the exact same parts that are on the V4R, and I salute him for that. So we got rear sets coming for it. He's going to switch out the wheels and put Thyssen Trimp wheels on them real soon. The wheels that never stop spinning because they're so light. Yeah. Great question. Let's see. Hello there, Jamie. Yes. ZX-10R coming soon. Yeah, I have a ZX-10R. and it will be back in the garage soon. It just got a whole bunch of awesome work done to it, modified out, and it's going to be back real soon. For those of you just joining us in progress, this is my Aprilia RSV4 Factory 2022 Ultra Dark with its beautiful gold wheels. It has been modified greatly thanks to Miami Manny Moto Million, and I'm going to be unveiling this bike this Saturday, the 24th, at Kissell Motorsports in Tyrone, Pennsylvania. If any of you guys are in the area, come on out and check it out. Hey, Rob Green, am I racing Street Speed? Mike Street Speed 717 put up a story today, I think, reposting someone else's story or someone else's post. That person that he posted is an H2 guy and that I don't get along with. Make a long story short, that person's been insulting me, calling me names, going on Facebook, social media, everywhere, calling me vile names and stuff for 5 years, basically. He reposts a lot of my Instagram stuff onto his channel for growth, and he's been trying to race me for a very, very long time, just so he can get more growth and clout. I would absolutely destroy him. He's a pure waste of time. But as you guys know, on my channel, we don't deal with negative energy, people of ill repute, people that spew nonsense, call names, and act childish. We don't do that on the channel, so I won't be dealing with him. But Street Speed reposted that guy's post, and now everybody thinks that I blocked Street Speed, which I did not do. I blocked that guy, but not Street Speed. And Mike and I, Street Speed, we race whenever the hell we want to. He called me up. I'll come out to Pennsylvania. He's just 4 hours from me, and we can race. So, great question, though. I'm glad we're able to answer that. Hey, Ebe, when is the next time the R1 is going to track? Good question. I wanted to put this thing on the track this year. Right now, it's 58 degrees. Yesterday, it was 88 degrees in Cleveland, so that's a 30-degree temperature drop. I was going to go out to the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course, one of my home tracks, and do some riding. And look, it rained that day. This was a couple weeks ago. Every time I try to go out there, it's canceled because of rain. Makes it very, very tough to ride this thing on the track. I don't know when I'm going to be able to ride it on the track again. Hopefully real soon. I'm posting the next video on Saturday. It's an awesome video. Stay tuned to watch it. It's going to be great. I am fishing through these comments as quickly as I can to read and respond to them. Hey, first of all, big hug from Azures. Another thing, what do you have to say about the reliability of the RSV4 compared to the CBR? I will tell you this, tough guys. This is no lie. This is the stock exhaust from my RSV4, by the way, that I keep almost tripping on. So I'm going to put it back in its stock part box. Ever since 2018, the RSV4s, to be honest with you, have had a tremendous improvement in quality and workmanship. Okay, I had a 2016 RSV4 and it had some issues. Tell you like that. Some friends of mine have had 18s and newer, and I had a 19 RSV4 1100 factory. No issues whatsoever. This one has 1,000 miles on it already, believe it or not. Absolutely no issues. So if you get a 2018 or newer, you're not going to have any issues. Anything older than that, you might have an issue. You might not. Keep in mind, guys, these are mass-produced motorcycles. They have issues. My M1000 has a crazy issue where sometimes the fuel gauge stops working. You may have seen it in my videos when I'm racing people. It shows that I have no fuel and that it's empty. That's the issue. Zach's working on it. It's no big deal. I mean, mass-produced things, products, they occasionally have issues. This R1250 is bulletproof, though. They've been making this thing forever. Absolutely never has any issues. We're not going to talk about the million issues this thing's had. It basically lives in the shop. Just got it back from the shop. R1M is bulletproof, too. No issues with that, except for when they first came out. They had a complete and total recall, if you guys remember, from 2015, where every single one of these things were recalled. Engines came out, and they had to do something for those bikes. Great question, though. Will I ever make an H2 again for the build series? What am I going to do with the Busa? No, Jeffrey, no H2 for the build series. Believe it or not, my friend, that was my worst performing build series of all time. And I asked the patrons why they didn't support that build series. Most of them said that the H2 was just too powerful of a bike. They felt like they would quote unquote kill themselves on it. So no. My Busa, I love the Gen 3 Busa. Our good buddy 5 Up Motorcycles is working on my Busa right now. I should have it back soon. We're actually waiting on BST wheels from Brock's Performance that were on back order. They should be here in early November, believe it or not. So Steve's working on it. King David's working on it. And we're going to get it back real soon. Danny D2M, great question. Where does 650 EB come from? Well, my name is Ebe. It's spelled IB. I used to own a BMW 650i, beautiful two-door coupe. And this is when I used to go to the gym 6 days a week. I went to the gym one day and came out, and one of my buddies had stuck a magnetic B on the back of the 650i, and everybody started mocking it, calling it the 650 Ebe Mobile, and the name just stuck. That's where 650 Ebe came from. My preferred bike stand, of course, Pit Bull. They make the best stuff, man. They look great. They're reliable. This one, you can remove the handle so you don't trip over it. Let me do that with one hand if I can. Hang on. Can I get this thing off? There we go. So look, you can remove the handle on this thing and you can store it right there, right? So that now it's out of the way. When I walk by, I don't have to trip over it. Can remove the handle on this one as well. I do have some older ones that I cannot remove the handle on, like this one. So look, I can't do that for that one, so I could possibly trip over that guy. Just to remind you guys, I'm going to be unveiling this bike with all of its parts installed. It sounds great. It looks great. You guys are going to love it. I'm going to be revealing it this Saturday, September 24th at Kissell Motorsports in Tyrone, Pennsylvania. If you're in the area, please drop by. 11 o'clock is the reveal. 1 o'clock, wheels up. We're going to do a group ride, and it should be amazing. If you can't make it, of course, there's going to be a YouTube video following this Monday, actually. I'm going to try to edit it up real quick and get it on my channel on Monday so you all can see it. Can I ride my RSV4? Mustang Dame's in the house. Of course you can, tough guy. I've been trying to get you to ride it forever. Yeah, Mustang Dame. Absolutely, sir. And you're going to love it when you ride it, so get your checkbook because you might be buying one. And if you do want to buy one Mustang, I can get you an amazing deal on one of these bikes. Okay, when did I start riding? I started riding, let's see, I'm 49 right now. All right, so I started riding when I was 14, 35 years ago. Longer than a lot of you folks are alive right now. And I rode my sister's moped. I loved it. Can I give you guys a sneak peek? Let's see if I give you a sneak peek. I don't know. All right, here's somewhat of a sneak peek. Here's my box of stock parts. So obviously, I have an exhaust. Obviously, I've got a set of rear sets, and you can see what they are. They're my favorites that I have on 4 of my bikes at this point, and they are amazing. So I will tell you this, I do have a set of Litech rear sets on the RSV4. They're awesome. They're GP shift rear sets. If any of you guys need my stock parts, I have an air filter on it, obviously from Bryn Tuning, the Bryn Tuning ECU Flash, but the rest of it I'm not going to show you. That's your sneak peek. Look, I got these Litech rear sets on the M1000. They're fantastic. On the Garage Queen shop bike V4R. And they're installing them on my 1199R right now, and this one will have it too. This is for lifting, not for riding. Oh, yeah, the OEM exhaust sucks. Eve, help me out here. S1000, ZX10, or CBR Triple R. You're going to have to sit on all of those bikes and figure out which one is the most comfortable for you. If you're a tall guy like me, 6 foot or taller, then the S1000 is going to be the most comfortable bike for you, point blank. Now, I will say that the RSV4 has the exact same And you should put the RSV4 on your list. Two-wheel monster gave me $1.99. Let's see if you're going to do that every 2 minutes like you did for my son, Evan. I love two-wheel monster. You got to sit on all of them, and you should put the RSV4 on your list as well, my good friend. Seating position is the same as the S1000, M1000. You're going to love it. Also, my good friend, wait for the newly revised S1000 that's being launched. Two-wheel monster, 99 cents. He's the best. The new S1000 is being launched on BMW Motorrad's Instagram and YouTube account on September 29th. You're going to be able to see it then, and it's going to hit showrooms around January. So wait for that one. It's going to have revised taillights. I suspect that they're finally putting the taillights back into the machine. You heard it here first. Maybe I should make a video like Yammy Noob and just say that, yeah, the tail lights are going back in the S1000 so I can get a bunch of views. No, I'm actually going to wait for them to confirm that. But I have it on good authority that the tail lights are going back into the bike, and we will wait to see if that's the case. But it is going to have a redesigned tail section. It's going to have a little bit more power. Two-wheel monster gave me another 99 cents. This guy's amazing. He's only doing this so I can have Messi on him when I race him in Miami, October 29th and 30th. But still, Two-Wheel Monster, you can give me as many super chats as you want. I will not show you any Messi when I race you on Frankenstein on the world's most powerful H2. So, okay, what other we got? Shane Doherty. I used to have a boss named Sean Doherty, and I thought, is Sean on my damn chats? But that guy didn't like me very much, so I can't imagine that he would be here. Let's see. I want to buy another bike before next summer. Can you help me get a good deal? I want a naked MT-09. Yeah, I can help you with a deal, Danny. Where are you at? Because we can get you an MT-09 from State 8 Motorcycles. You can see either my son, Dawson's Creek, or my other guy that I deal with up there, Sanjeev. And we can definitely secure you a great deal. Now's the time, actually. This is year-end closeouts. Two-Wheel Monsters at it again. Love this guy. Russian Bot. Much love from Youngstown. Are you from Youngstown? Awesome, man. We got to ride together. You're so close. And we ride through Youngstown all the time when we're doing our road testing and whatnot. Yeah. What's the fastest you've been on a motorcycle or a car? Well, I don't go fast in cars, Joseph. When I first, there's Two-Wheel Monster again. Love this kid. When I first got my C8 Corvette, I tried to race my son, Valentine, in his turbo BMW M3 Turbo. And the cops came out. I got a ticket. I pulled over and got a ticket. And Valentine just drove off into the sunset. And those cops said to me, first thing they said, why did you even pull over? You should have ran like your buddy. We have a new policy where we can't even chase you. I'm like, don't. And I said, naturally, my response came out, if I were on my motorcycle, I would have done the same thing. And they just laughed as they wrote me a citation. That citation later got thrown out, of course, but it wasn't interesting. Two-Wheel Monster, love this kid. RSV4 AF1 Racing, Austin, Texas. Jason. 60 even has all the bikes. Yeah, and most of my bikes are missing right now, guys. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bikes in this garage right now, and I have 11 bikes right now. So the H2 usually occupies this spot, and it's at King David's private residence. King David is doing what a lot of people don't do to their bikes, and he's doing routine maintenance. The king of all H2s, also known as Damon the Million, ordered me to have my sparking plugs. And yes, I did say sparking plug. I put an ing on the back of everything. Ever since I heard the word swinging arm, I put ing onto everything. I know it's goofy, but hey, if that's all you got to deal with from me on my channel, I don't give you clickbait. I don't give you naked women. Sometimes I put an ing on the back of words. Deal with it, okay? Anyway, changing the sparking plugs on the H2, changing the oil, putting a new tire on the rear, getting it ready for Miami. Yes. Hey, Eve, when can I see the Fireblade? Yeah, man, Jack, Fireblade, we've been trying to order the thing since April. Well, actually, since last year. They sent a memo to Sills Motor Sales saying, hey, you can order these bikes in April for delivery in July. That didn't happen. Now I got word from Dawson's Creek that the bikes will finally be here in December, January. I tried to confirm that with Sills, and Pam didn't have any information on that, but it looks like December, January, guys, we'll have it. And if that's the case, I will take it down to Miami for our big January meetup, guys. I do have a set of, funny thing, I have a set of ThyssenKrupp carbon fiber wheels for it, but I don't have the bike. The wheels are in my living room. Manny sent them to me months ago. Yeah, anyone else got any more questions? Is there an email or something where I can talk about buying the bike? Yeah, you can email me at 650ebe001@gmail.com, and I'll put you in touch with Dawson's Creek. All right. Greece in the house. Nice. That's one place I want to visit if you talked about the country. Are you into maxi scooters like T-Max or BMW 650? I like the scooters. I like BMW's CE4 electric scooter. Super nice, but also love my Zuma 125. Extremely reliable. Had this thing since 2018, and it has 771 miles on it in low fuel. So I might put this MRX02 racing fuel into the Zuma to do some smackdowns. Who knows? Great bike, though. So again, guys, make sure you join us at Kissell Motorsports in Tyrone, Pennsylvania. This Saturday the 24th, we'll be there. Bike reveal is at 11 o'clock. I wish I could reveal it right now because I'm so excited about it. But you guys are going to love it. Trust me. Trust me, trust me. Top speed on the Zoomer for me, since I'm heavy, is only 50 miles an hour. What do I think of the R9T? I like it. You just bought one. Congratulations, Justin. I love the way that bike sounds, especially when you put an exhaust on it. I think you'll love it. I just purchased RSV4 2022. Are all the parts installed? Yes, sir. Anthony Greco, congrats on your purchase. Every single part on all of my bikes, with the exception of bikes that Manny from 1 Million hates, which I'm not going to say which ones he hates, but anyway, all of the parts on all of my bikes you can get from Moto Million, okay? Moto Million. So everything that's on this bike that you're going to see revealed on Saturday, except for the lowering links. Manny doesn't carry the lowering links. I had to get those from AF1 Racing, and I also had to buy a new spring with it as well for my weight. So yes, what happened to Manny's 60th? That's at King David's house, Maryland Performance. King David did some paint work on it. It's completed, and I'm going to be bringing that down for Manny back to Miami on the 28th. Yes, promo code 650E. Yep. So I'll be bringing Manny his 60th anniversary on October 28th. But this is a beautiful bike, guys. Trust me. MV Agusta? Heck no. Effortless Mike. No MV Agustas for me. First of all, I can't buy every single bike. Now look at this. 5 bikes in here right now. There's 5 more coming back real soon, and then there's 2 new bikes coming, the CBR and the MT10. I'm literally going to run out of space. I'm actually happy, believe it or not, that my C8 Z06 is delayed, because when the C8 is in here, it occupies a space, and I got to squeeze all the bikes over, and it's a nightmare. So the longer they take to deliver the Z06, I'm fine with that. But no MV Agustas for me, sir. I have 2 Italian bikes, the Aprilia and the V4, and that's enough for me. When did you say the new BMW S1 was being announced? September 29th on BMW Motorrad's Instagram and YouTube. So stay tuned. Need a bigger house and garage? Yeah, I wish I could. We just moved into this one 2 years ago, and it's, yeah. My wife would say I need less bikes, not a bigger house. What's the Instagram again? BMW Motorrad. BMW Motorrad. All right, let's see what other kind of questions we got. Greetings from Germany. Have you ever been riding here in the German Autobahn? No, it's on my bucket list, and I'm going to try to do that real soon. Can't say when, but soon, for sure. Yeah. So there we go, 24 minutes. Is it true you are planning on leaving YouTube? No, I never said that. I said that I was going to do other things on YouTube, my good friend, but not leave. And one of those other things was travel more, like I did when I went to Sweden. I wanted to give back to the riding community, not just my patrons. So I did that by giving away $5,000 at my meetup that I had in May. Next year, we're going to try to increase that to $10,000 just to give back a little bit. And you don't have to be a patron or anything, just have to show up at a meetup. And just do different things other than the stuff that I normally do on the YouTube. But not leaving it. Not leaving it. What's my day job? My day job is YouTube, is being a social media influencer. More so. That's what I do as a profession. So what I do is I sell parts for Moto Million, Alpinestars, Pirelli, lots of other sponsors, that I can't think at the top of my head, but I sell those parts by way of using them and promoting them in a good, clean way on the channel. And I'm always trying to secure new sponsorship opportunities and things like that. So it is definitely a full-time job. Not to mention, I edit all my videos, do the music selection, the drone shots. I plan all my traveling. Like when I'm going to Kissell Motorsports, had to call them, reach out to their manager, present myself, present my proposal, see if they would accept it. And they did, actually, without any hesitation. So I love the guys at Kissell's. Other companies, hesitate or don't even want to do it. They don't see a value in it. And so fine. My motto is I'm not going to get everyone. Okay. I can't afford to get everyone. I can't afford, because I have 2 small kids and a wife, I can't be out of the house traveling this beautiful new home that we recently got. I'm not going to be traveling, 50, 60, any % of my time. So I don't try to go out and get every single opportunity out there. So when some companies, like my good friends at Ducati Detroit, they say, no, we don't want to pay you to come to our event, fine. I'll move on to the next company that'll pay, and we do it like that. I don't get butthurt about it. I just say, okay, cool. Maybe this other company will see value in me coming out and promoting their business, and they do. So there you go. If you were to pick a bike from your personal collection, which one would it be and why? You're looking at it, tough guys. It would be the BMW R1250 Adventure GS bike. And if you ever have an opportunity to ride one of these things like Mustang Dame has and other people, you will totally understand why. I mean, it can corner, it can handle, very similar to what these bikes can do. Obviously not to the level, but it's got storage. I got one of these and 2 other ones in the basement, full TFT gauges, beautiful Denali, super bright lights that at nighttime allow you to see the road and see the deer before you smash into them. Yeah. If I were to pick a super bike out of all these bikes, you guys aren't going to believe this either, but I'm going to make a video about it within the next 2 weeks. It will be this Aprilia RSV4 factory, and it's not because it's my newest bike, guys, no. It's because of all the things I'm going to mention in the video that make this bike so amazing and so understated. You're looking at 2 V4s right here, okay? 2 motorcycles with V4 engines. This one is far, far superior to the Panigale V4R in pretty much every way. And I'm going to thoroughly illustrate that in a video coming up to the channel real soon. And I was surprised about this bike. I had the older one, and I was not that head over heels with the older one, probably because my older one, my 1100 factory, had a big exhaust, right? Thank you, Two Wheel Monster. You're amazing for all the super chats. My old one had a big exhaust, so I couldn't really hear the engine like I can hear in this one. The older one's seating position wasn't like this. This seating position, as I mentioned, is just like my M, meaning it's super comfortable. The older one didn't have the fantastic gauges this has. These gauges are very nice, second only to those gauges. But the quick shift auto blipper in this thing are just amazing. They absolutely never, ever, ever fail. That bike is known to have to failures for its quick shift. And that's why they're probably going to a seamless transmission for the update, so that it'll totally eliminate that. But we will see, guys. Have I met IMK? No, IMK is in California, and I'm way out here, so we have not met. Nothing against meeting him if we happen to cross paths, but he has a totally different audience than mine, so me collaborating with him doesn't really benefit either of us. You know, but you know, if we have an opportunity to ride together, I would do it. But you know, Jim Caviezel, back to the channel. Yeah, Jim Caviezel will be back on the channel. Funny you mentioned it, this Monday, the 26th, which happens to be Jim Caviezel's birthday, and we're going to surprise him with a gift. Well, not an expensive gift, because what the hell do you give a millionaire that could buy whatever he wants to buy? I've been to his house, and it's just outstanding. So I would never even try to buy him a gift, but we're going to get him something that hopefully he'll appreciate to show that we recognize his birthday, which is this Monday, the 26th. Anything other than Campisi collab? Any other? Yeah, I tried to get Jared to come out to the meetup here on Saturday. He can't make it, unfortunately. But we'll probably hook up again in Miami at some point, and make a video together again. 5 Up Steve, yeah, I'm always doing stuff with Steve. And he's starting to put more content on his channel as well. So, yeah, we will see if we can do that for sure. Would I get a naked bike? Yes, I'm getting a naked bike, Tony. It's the MT10 SP. I'm just waiting for Yamaha to deliver it to my private residence. They're actually going to deliver it to me. So that's going to be awesome. Miami Manny is giving me lots of parts for it. So that's going to be amazing. Hey, Eve, how long do you think someone should wait before getting a 1,000 after riding a 600? That's up to you. Some people really take on to motorcycle riding very quickly. Other people, it takes time. So I would say if you feel like you've outgrown your 600 and you're ready to step it up, then do so. And when you get your 1,000, you might want to put it in rain mode or whatever equivalent that bike has, just to tone down the power a little bit until you're really used to it. Dude Mungus collaboration. Yeah, yeah, I should be seeing Dude Mungus at some point. I don't know when. It's the funny thing about that, a lot of these vloggers, they do their own meetups now. So Dude Mungus does his own meetups. And what that means is that when these guys start doing their own meetups, they can't really come to mine because they've already traveled, they have full-time jobs probably. And so since there's so many meetups out there from various vloggers, it's very difficult to get us all together again. So hopefully I'll see Dude Mungus at my next meetup, my next big meetup, which is probably be in May or something. What's the best handling bike in my collection? It's the RSV4. Yep, has the full Uline suspension. Yep, I've already done videos with Fastlane D. We'll probably hook up with him at some point. He might be coming to our Miami meetup, October 28th and 29th. So we'll see. But this is the best handling bike, and I'm going to do a full video on that. I'll probably let my track coach, Mark Young, who is a professional track guy, ride both bikes, and he'll tell you in his own, on the track. He'll ride both on the track, and he'll tell you which one he feels is the best handling as well. But for the filthy streets, it's this bike. This Aprilia RSV4, just immediately when you get on it, you feel like you can do things that you've never done. Just picked up a 2022 Ducati Street Fighter. That's a great bike, V4S, bike, best bike ever, yeah. Jack, be quick. Let's see the RSV4. I need one. Jack, be quick. I can't show it until this Saturday, the 24th. I'll be at Kissell Motorsports in Tyrone, Pennsylvania, and I'm going to show the bike. But earlier, I did show that it does not have a stock exhaust anymore. You know how I feel about stock exhausts, Jack, be quick. So that exhaust is in the box, and these are some of the other boxes, but it's amazing, I will tell you that. And I can't wait to show everyone this bike, and we're going to ride it and everything. And I'm going to smack down Moto Mac TV. He'll be my first victim. Well, one of my first victims. I've already smacked around a couple people in the Cleveland area. Any reasons you don't put Austin Racing on any of your bikes? Probably because Miami Manny from Moto Million doesn't carry them. He does carry what I consider to be the equivalent of Austin Racing, which is SC Project. And since you guys have been watching this for 30 minutes, maybe there's an SC Project on this bike? Maybe. I don't know, right? But we're going to find out for sure on Saturday. Yeah. Wow. Would I buy an old bike as an investment? No. I would rather invest in other things than bikes. But no, and I don't like the old bikes because, as you guys know, I like all the technology of the new bikes. Quick shift, auto blip, TFT gauges, all those things. So old bikes just don't do it for me. Why aren't Aprilias popular? Great question. One of the reasons why Aprilias aren't as popular as I feel they should be is because their dealer network is not the greatest, meaning they don't have a lot of dealerships around for people to walk into the stores, see the bikes, sit on them, test them out, etc. And that's a problem for people because people feel like if I buy a bike, I need to have it serviced and maintained, and if I don't have a dealership nearby, then I'm not in good shape. So they are making strides to improve their dealer network right now, and it's getting better. They have one in Chicago that I was just at, our good buddies out there. So and this one I'm going to in Pennsylvania. It's a new Aprilia dealership. So that's one reason. Another reason is that nobody really rides them, right? So you don't have a lot of vloggers on them really saying how amazing the bikes are. And social media does influence people. It does sell machines more so than track days or anything else. And I'm not just saying that because that's my job, but I've never bought a bike because Adam Wahid or any of the other guys or even Zach Kortz or anybody said it was amazing, because those guys ride at a level way above me. I would buy a bike based on what I say, or Jack Be Quick, or Moto Mac, or Dude Mungus, or any of the other vloggers would say, because those guys ride at my level and they can pretty much tell me what's what. So, and since nobody besides me at this point really rides these things, the word doesn't get out. But we're going to fix all that, because when you hear this bike fire it up for the first time this Saturday, you're going to want to buy one for sure. And when you see me riding it more, smacking people, and just raving about all of its benefits, how awesome it is, you'll probably want to buy one. Damn, you got me so hyped for October 29th and 30th. Brian Earl says that. Yeah, it's going to be amazing in Miami. Yeah. Do I ever do any kind of installs, parts on my bikes myself? No. I do not install things on my own bikes myself for a couple of reasons. Number one, after working with Zach for these last 5 years with the Build series, yes, I know how to do things. I know how stuff works. But guess what, guys? It would still take me a lot longer to install some parts on my M1000, for example, than it would take Zach. And so, since I edit my own videos, do all my recording, make all my cold calls to companies for sponsorships, take care of 2 small children, make dinners and stuff, and do all that, I don't have time to be sitting here wrenching to install some rear sets that would literally take me 4 hours, when I can run the bike up to Zach and he can do it in 45 minutes. So that's why I don't do it myself. And I want to make sure that it's done right. We put our lives on these bikes, our lives on the line. We ride these bikes, right? So I don't want to do something that's not going to be done to the spec of a certified master mechanic. Yeah. Have I ever ran in a cycle cruiser? I wouldn't know, because he has not revealed his face. So maybe I have and didn't know it, but I'm not sure. But I don't deal with him either, because he's made remarks about me over the years as well. He totally hated on me doing Patreon when I first started it 5 years ago. Then about a year ago, he made a video saying, "Oh, Patreon's the best. I'm considering doing it." So yeah. These bikes are sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I just cleaned this one up because, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I'm taking this one as well to Kissell Motorsports, because they're a BMW and an Aprilia dealership. So both these bikes, you'll be able to see them in person. And I cleaned this one up really nicely for you, so that you can see all the detail and stuff that we have on this bike. That'll be on Saturday, this Saturday, the 24th. Both bikes will be at Kissell Motorsports for your viewing pleasure. But I think you're going to really get a kick out of this one. So stay tuned. What is hard to quit a normal job and go full-time? Was it hard to quit a normal job and go full-time YouTube? Yeah, it was, and I debated doing it for years. Originally, I wanted to do it when I got 100,000 YouTube followers, but I wasn't ready at that point. It definitely wasn't generating any revenue at all. And that made my decision to stay at my job a lot easier. I had to do it. But once I started doing sponsorship stuff and getting, a couple nickels in from various sponsors, it made it easier to quit the job. And then my sponsorship stuff and press launches and other things required so much of my time that I just had to do it. But yeah, I would recommend anybody, at this point, a good measure if you're ready to do it is if you have over 100,000 YouTube subscribers and you've got some good revenue coming in, maybe you have some sponsorships, maybe you have it to the point where your YouTube and your sponsorships equal what you're making at your current job, then maybe it's time for you to do it. I'm missing some. Have you ever had the chance to erase Chris Moore from to race Chris Moore? Yeah, Street Rossi, if you go to my channel, you'll see, and Chris Moore is in the thumbnail, okay? So just go to my channel and type in Chris Moore H2, and you'll see, yeah, I raced him. He destroyed me on his Gixxer for a variety of reasons. My H2 didn't have the awesome suspension it has on it now, did not have the tuning it has. His bike and himself were 200 pounds lighter than me collectively. His bike is a special engine bike that he actually breaks down, tears down, and redoes after every race. So you'll see in the video. We kind of went over all this in the video. He's fast, no doubt. So yeah, check that video out. Why don't I own a new Gixxer 1000? There are certain things I look for on my bikes, my friends. And one of the things is they have to have a full color thin film transistor, also known as TFT screen. And the Gixxer does not have that. Its screen is still liquid crystal display, LCD. And that bothers me. So if you look, even my R1 from 2015 has a full color TFT gauge cluster. I wouldn't own it if it didn't, right? Albeit this is first gen TFT, which they're going to change when this bike is redone. But all of my bikes, that one has it. This one's more of a second gen TFT right here. So I need full color TFT. I also need, if you've noticed, I also need a bike that's sort of like a special edition of that particular bike. So the M1000 is a special edition of the S1000. The RSV4 factory, special edition of the RSV4. V4R, special edition. R1M, special edition. I know they make a Gixxer 1000R, but for me, that wasn't special enough. So if they make a special edition of that bike, update it with TFT gauges, then perhaps I would own it. Now, I own the Busa 3rd Gen. It does not have TFT gauges, but it's not supposed to. It's a sport tour bike. And they updated its gauges so that they are beautiful. They're lit up. They're backlit by LED lights. And it looks like a spaceship at night. So that's a great question. Hope I answered it adequately. When am I buying a Richard Mille, or as my brother calls it, a Ricard Mille. I'm not really into watches. I won't be buying a Ricard Mille. They are so expensive. I did get my first luxury watch a little while ago. It's a James Cameron Rolex Deep Blue Sea. I've wanted that watch for forever and ever. And when I went to Sweden, we went to a jewelry store. The guys took me from MIPS, and they had this beautiful James Cameron in the store, but they wanted 16,500 United States dollars for it, and it was used. So I'm like, I'm not buying it. It's used. So when I got back to Ohio, when I got back home, my brother's a really big watch guy, and he found me a Deep Blue Sea, and I bought it, and it's amazing. And it's so amazing that I don't even wear it. I just keep it locked up, but I'm going to wear it. But I don't know where to wear it to. I'm not going to wear it to bike events because I don't want to look like the douchebag with a rollie on at a bike event. So I'll just wear it to dinners and stuff. Also, yeah, when I went to Sweden and I had dinner with all these executives, millionaire executives from 3 different companies, everybody had on a freaking rollie of some sort. And I felt so out of whatever because I didn't have a rollie on. So now I have this beautiful Deep Blue Sea, and and I can, you know, kind of hang out with those guys when I'm having meetings with these executives and stuff. It's pretty cool. Also, one reason why I bought it is I have 2 kids. I'm going to get another Rolly, probably the Hulk or something like that, because I want to leave each of my kids a watch that's going to appreciate over time, and it's something that they can remember their dad by when they wear it on their wrist. I know it sounds sappy and goofy, but that's what I want to do. So I got one watch for one of my kids. I got to get the Hulk for the other one. The reason why I'm going to get the Hulk is because the Hulk and the Deep Blue Sea, they roughly cost the same. So one kid doesn't feel like, oh, I got the more expensive watch, or I got the cheap watch. So there we go. Enough about watches. When am I coming to Belize? I'd love to come to Belize. Are we coming to an end of the Thermac bikes? I don't know what that is. I thought the Hulk was closer to 30. Maybe it is, man. There is another one that my brother, like I said, my brother's the big watch guy, and he found me a watch to get for the next one that cost the same as the Deep Blue Sea. The Deep Blue Sea was 15 grand. So there's another one out there that's the same, has the same size bezel and all that. You know what I mean? And it may not be the Hulk. It might be something. Might be the Pepsi or something. I know it has a name like Deep Blue Sea. You know, the Deep Blue Sea is actually another watch they call the Deep Blue Sea. And this other watch he found for me, I believe it's the Pepsi watch or something. Show us the scooter. We need to see it. There it is. The Zuma 125. Will I ever buy a ZX14? No. I like the Busa 1,000 times better than the ZX14. Even when they update it, I still won't buy it. And one reason, guys, I literally cannot buy every single bike in existence. I'm very particular about what I buy. For the main reason, I'm running out of space in my garage. As I mentioned earlier, I'll eventually get my C8 Z06 that I ordered a long time ago, and it's going to occupy one of these spots. This spot right here, probably, right? So then all these bikes get scooted over, and I can't buy them all. So I'm really particular about what I buy. My naked bike that's coming is the MT10 SP. Because I'm not selling the Ducati anymore. It's a staple of my channel, and Manny from Moto Million has bestowed a zillion parts on this thing, including these nickel. Because I got these parts a long time ago, I forget what the cost was. And Manny reminds me, hey, by the way, Ebe, I know you're trying to sell your V4R, but did you remember that these calipers are $3,600 just for the calipers? And this belly pan, which is carbon fiber, was like $3,000 that we had painted. Yeah. And you know, all these things like add up, and you start to think, wow, I'm trying to sell this for 50 grand and it's just not worth it. I might as well keep it and just look at it at this point. And then also I can use this to make other comparison videos, like when I compare it to the RSV4 real soon. So it's good to have them both. How often do I come to Laguna Seca? You live 20 minutes away. You live in a great neighborhood, Fabian. And I haven't been there in a little while because they took World Superbike away from Laguna. So I used to go there every year for World Superbike. Now, in 2023, I'm going somewhere out of the country for World Superbike, somewhere in South America. Our good friends at Motul are sending me. We don't know where yet, but somewhere out there. So unless there's a press launch or something at Laguna Seca, I won't be there for a little while. Yeah. Why don't you have a CBR1000 SP? It's fast and special. Yeah, I ordered one, and they're not available in the U.S. They won't be available in the U.S. until January, and then you'll see one in the garage. Justin, I'm the GOAT. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. Moto America, yeah, you're right. You're right about Moto America. I was just at a Moto America race here in Ohio, and that might be an option to come out there and watch my good friends race at Moto America. Would be great to see my good buddy Corey Alexander on his M1000. I called it an S1000 when I saw him in Pittsburgh at pit race, and his team manager, my good buddy Steve Weir, was like, Ebe, you know that's the M1000, right? And I'm like, oh, sorry, forgot. So Corey Alexander rides the M1000. We got the guys from Yamaha riding. They're doing a great job. I believe Jake Gagne, my good buddy, is riding well too. So I like Moto America. I might actually make a round out there. I'm actually starting to fall in love with the King of the Baggers series as well. Kyle Wyman and the rest of the guys that ride the King of the Baggers. If you guys haven't seen that, these guys modify Indian motorcycles and Harley Davidsons. They put thousands of dollars into the suspensions and everything, and they race baggers around the track. I did see a race at Laguna Seca on TV, of course, on YouTube, of the King of the Baggers, and it was very, 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 very cool to watch. So yeah. Titus Brown, you're watching from Tokyo, Japan? Awesome, buddy. I'm going to make sure we keep in touch because I'm coming to Japan next year with my good friends at Yamaha to do some awesome video. Well, actually a group of awesome videos. So hit me up at 650EB001, Titus Brown, 650EB001 at gmail.com. I would love to meet you when I'm in Japan with Yamaha next year. It's going to be awesome. When will the 2021 ZX-10RR arrive? I haven't ordered that bike. I'm very happy with my ZX-10, so I don't need the RR, but it is a great bike. I wish they would have changed the colorway. It's still just all green, man. I knew they would either make a winter test edition version or something, but they did not. Okay, 2022 ZX-14R may be the end of the road for the Big Ninja. Yeah, it might be. Okay, watching from Iraq. Love your videos. Thank you, Captain Games. Yeah, you remain safe out there in Iraq. When I was in Sweden, my taxi driver was from Iraq, and he drove a BMW EQS, all electric luxury freaking car, and he told me all about Iraq, and that's a long story, but he really shed some light on me and about that, man. So geez, do you need someone to clean my garage? No, I do all the cleaning myself. Doing your first track day on your S1000 this weekend at NC Bike. Congratulations, M Stags. Be careful and have fun at your track day. You're going to love it. Don't you dare try to ride your S1000 in race mode or anything on the track. I would suggest sport mode and have your settings dialed down just so you can get used to it, my friend. Where did I get the Aprilia cover? My good friends at Aprilia gave that to me when they gave me the bike. There's an awesome video of this on the channel. It's a recent video. They presented me with this motorcycle for all of my social media efforts. And again, guys, as I mentioned earlier, I've been in negotiations with Aprilia to get this bike for over a year. I've been talking to their chief marketing officer, and we've had dinner together. We've done lots of emails. Not only do I email him about business, but I also email him about his family. He recently moved from California to New York City. I think he lives in New Jersey, actually, and we talked about that. He has small children like I do. So we talk on a personal and the business level, and we spoke for over a year, and we finally inked out a deal where they presented me with this motorcycle and its cover, and I give them 6 videos promoting the bike. Obviously, I told them you're going to get a lot more than 6 videos of this awesome machine, but that's all they wanted was 6 videos. That's great. So what do? I go above and beyond what our agreement was. They're going to get a zillion videos on this bike. And of course, they're going to be unbiased videos. It's not just going to be me riding these bikes and testing them versus that bike and the V4R. It's going to be some of my good buddies you've seen on my channel so that you guys can really feel like I'm not just saying this because I had this amazing opportunity, right? Because, you know, they know that if I didn't like the darn thing, I wouldn't say anything negative about it. I just wouldn't say anything at all. I'd make my 6 videos and just keep it moving. But that's not the case. You're going to see this thing splattered all over. Well, not splattered, but posted all over my channel. Lou Hassan says, watch out. I have a 2022 RSV4 and didn't take it easy on the break-in. Yeah, good for you. I don't either. So the engine blew. Oh, well, I did take it easy on my break-in. No, I didn't. I'm joking. You guys saw my break-in videos when I first got this bike in Chicago. I did smackdowns on it. I'm sorry your engine blew, my friend, but Zach, the master mechanic, is going to keep an eye on this bike to make sure that it's good to go. Just had its first service. It has 1,000 miles on it now, and it's running great. What is my go-to tire for hard street riding? It's right here. A whole bunch of them. You cannot beat this tire, ever. It is the Pirelli Diablo Super Corsa SP3 unbeatable tire. It gets sticky. It's halfway decent in the rain. I've been caught in the rain twice, but obviously when it's raining, you want to try to avoid it if you can, but it's really sticky. It's got great tire pattern to it. This is the great tire. The Pirelli Diablo Super Corsa SP3, my go-to tire. The Aprilia actually came with those tires, stock. So that's great because I didn't have to rip them off and use a set that Pirelli sent me. But all of my bikes, even my R1250 GS, have Pirelli tires on them. These are Scorpions, and they have a little, there it is, they have a Scorpion icon on them, which I kind of like. I know, I'm a goofball, but it's little things like that I love. Yep. Yeah. What about the Brox exhaust for the Busa? I have that Brox exhaust on my Busa, Hayden. I just don't have the bike here. 5 Up Motorcycles installed it on my bike, and I'm waiting to collect it from his house. 5 Up lives about 3 hours from me, and we're just waiting to get my BST carbon fiber wheels from Brock, and we're going to put those on the bike, then I'll bring it home. Oh, dude, how long has this video been going? Show us the bike. I can't show you guys the bike until Saturday, man. I'm sorry, John. Jeez, man, you make me feel bad. But I'm revealing it, man, at a special event in Pennsylvania at 11 o'clock. And you will see Instagram posts and everything starting at 11, John, okay? My apologies. You're going to love it, though. It's going to be worth the wait. And every single part on this bike you can purchase from Miami Manny at Moto Million using discount code 650EB. And he just dropped off of the... Oh, no, he didn't. I thought he dropped... I thought John Adams dropped off because I said that. May God continue to bless you and keep you all in this. Thank you very much, Hayden. I appreciate it. Futuristic Viper, please, Saturday, buddy. You're going to see it. You're going to see it. All right? Okay, guys. Thank you so much for viewing this long video. It's almost an hour long, but it's good to do question and answers with you guys. Tune in for the next live stream. Everyone ride safe. And don't forget to check the video out on Monday. The full YouTube video will be out. I'll probably make a YouTube short on this bike reveal on Saturday for you guys and on my Instagram. All right? Thanks so much for viewing, guys. We'll catch you next time, and good night. God bless you all.